Hey guys, Nick here. I wanted to check out a little bit about Krotos Audio's plugin because I really love doing some sound design for games and stuff like that. And this time around, I wanted to create something of my own that I'm basically using in a video game, and it's a monster creature from the underworld. Thing like that, which I cannot actually show you the animation of, but I can show you how it sounds like in general, or how it could sound like. So by using Weaponiser, I actually utilized Weaponiser as a trigger sampler for various sounds that I have layered. So what I have here, as you can see, is like a balloon scrape, a Digeridoo, and a Plunger sound. So each one of them sounds like this. Let me just press this fire button, which basically triggers the sound. So this is a balloon, and if I press fire again, it will scroll, basically jump to another sample of a balloon, as you can see, and some different variations of Digeridoo and these plungers. So this is a balloon scrape. Now this is Digeridoo sample, and this is a plunger. Just airy screeching, like shh, you know, like spit coming out from the monster's mouth. Now, when you layer these three together, this is what you get. Yeah. It already sounds like a monster, but we can beef it up just a tiny little bit. So I haven't used any of everything is layered here in the onset, basically, so I'm not layering any body, thumb, or tail stuff here, so it's just the onset, these three layers together. I tweaked a little bit of their speed and automation, and you know, maybe I can just tweak it just a tiny little bit to get more variations out of this, because I'm using only a few samples, you know, which could be cool to have. Okay, let me just put it like this, and something just a tiny little bit. And I have tweaked the overall level envelopes for each of those samples, and that's basically it. How when you trigger it, it sounds like this. But the fun starts once you utilize Dehumaniser on top of this. So you can use Weaponiser as a virtual instrument that you can trigger samples on your MIDI keyboard. C3, C4, or C5, depending on your DAW, is the trigger for the samples. Now, if I enable my Dehumaniser here, let me just, there it is, Dehumaniser. Now I tweaked just a tiny little bit of this cave creature preset, which basically has, these are my track inputs, my granular processor here, and my spectral shifting processor here, which all goes into the output, and I've tweaked a little bit of the EQ. Now, when I press fire, look what happens. Now, for comparing, this is the dry sound. Okay, and with the Dehumaniser, instantly sounding completely different, and really gives me what I wanted to get out of this monster sound. Now, if I process it just a tiny little bit with a compressor, some harmonic saturation, and some EQing, because I wanted to just remove just a tiny little bit of this boxiness sounding. It's just like minus 1 point something dBs here. So this is how it sounds when fully processed. Yeah. And I can trigger as many of these as I want, and I will have different variations of this sound, which I can use for, like, in a video game where you need more variations of a single audio asset. You can basically, you know, get like 5, 6, or 10 different sounds for the same monster when that monster is attacking, for example. I hope this has been educational enough for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!